Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. So it's Friday morning, 10:15, and I'm transferring products from my old website over onto my new all singing, all dancing, whizzy website. But it's battling me this morning. My old website, I mentioned before that I was having difficulties with lots of errors and downtime and all that kind of stuff. This morning, it's no exception. Let me just turn over to my other side camera and I'll show you what's on my screen at the moment. So this is the sort of thing that I've had to contend with. When you go to your website to update your products, you don't need that kind of message popping up. This has been happening to me all morning. Not because of any major problem, but this is the response time and things that I'm getting from my current website hosters. So this is one of the reasons, perfect example of why I need to shift.
I mean, look at these outfits, gentlemen and gentlemen. Look how resplendent they look today. Glittery, sparkly. Look at the hat. Look at that hat. Very smart. Julie and David looking absolutely wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our friend Nigel has arrived with his new hat. Now that is a hat. Isn't it, Sophie? That is a hat and a half, Nigel. Wow. And Nigel, it's all made of foam? Foam and plastic?
Yep. Basically, the hat's foam as well.
Wow.
So I just thought I'd do a quick recce in the garden to see if anything was coming up. This is my farmhouse sink, what we call a Belfast sink here, or a butler sink. And look, all my little grey hyacinths are coming up. They're tiny, absolutely small. I mean, that's my thumb, look, so you can see how big they are. Absolutely beautiful little things. And the semperviviums and echeverias are all starting to come back again, which is good, but the garden itself is really in need of a bit of a clean up. About the storms the other week knocked lots of things off the fences, and a little bit of damage was done, but not too much. It just needs a bit of a clean up and a tidy up, like things like this want cutting off, but they're still remaining from last year, and they're the Alcias. Aquilegias are all coming back up. See, huge. They're doing really well. I can't remember what they were called, but they're coming back. All the my brain's not working properly today. I can't remember the name of these now. It'll come to me. So they're all come back. I don't know whether or not these alliums are from last year or this year. There's a couple of bits that are coming up bulb wise. I think these are all new, because that's all new at the back there. It's all starting to come up. All the ferns and everything never died back, which is weird. So it does need a bit of a clear out, give the plants something to breathe, or some breathing room. The lavender wants a real good trim back. Yeah, it all really could do with a good couple of days, so we can get in there, get it all tidied up. Bamboo's doing well. The troughs all want clearing out, and all the compost wants replacing. And then the veggie bed, yeah, the storm wasn't kind to the bean poles, so they've all come down. Look, it's all scattered seeds everywhere, so they're just going to take root. So they want all collecting. It all wants weeding. And the apple tree, there's buds coming up on the end of the apple tree. So yeah, I could just do with a couple of clear days, sunny days with no rain, to get out and do some proper weeding. Look, more of the muscari, the grape hyacinths. That's a fuchsia, that won't start until later on. And then look at that, strawberries. All what's clearing out. There's a lot to do. What? No. You always try and look in people's bags, you, don't you? Yeah. See, the sun's out today and somebody's making good use of it. Eh? Still a little bit of a chill in the air, but the sun's quite strong. It's lovely. So Mr Bentley's been out playing. Big dopey thing. So the postman's just been and delivered a new punch. Look at the size of that, it's huge. So a while ago, let me just bring that camera in a little bit closer, there you go. So a while ago, I bought this tab punch from, I'm hoping that's the right way around for you guys, not reversed. It says tab, not bat, from We Are Memory Keepers. And this is one of those file tab punches that you can use in your junk journals. Let me just punch one out and show you. There we go. So it's like that, but it's only single. There's nothing to fold over to attach to a page edge to create a divider. It's just literally just that one single piece. After I bought that, Stampin' Up came out with this one. So this is a Stampin' Up punch. So that does a similar sort of thing where you fold over and then you can glue those to the tops or the sides of your page. But they're okay, but they're a bit small, and I still wanted one of those, one of that style, but in the fold over. And I just never saw one at all. And then I was watching a video from, I think it was Nick the Booksmith, a week or so ago, and she was using one, but she didn't say where it came from. So I renewed my search with a bit more vigour, and finally found one. So this is from I think it's German or Dutch, Wassen Creative, or Wassen Creative. Ian's bought one from this company before. Nice sturdy punches, very robust. I mean, it is big. I mean, it only barely fits in my hand, but it's a bit bigger than the We Are Memory Keepers one. So if you look at the We Are Memory Keepers one, and then this is the Wassen Creative one, so you can see it's a lot bigger. Size-wise, let's have a look. The one from We Are Memory Keepers it's 5 centimeters, or just under 2 inches. The Wassen Creative one is 6 centimeters, or almost 2.5 inches. And this one is exactly what I was looking for. Now, obviously, if you're in, for example, the United States, I got mine from Amazon, and on Amazon US, they had a couple of other brands that did this file tab punch, but they didn't ship to the UK. So being in the UK, I had to go onto Amazon UK, and I could only find the one, which was this one, nobody else. So as soon as I found that, I popped it in my shopping basket. So Ian's poorly. I don't know whether it's just a cold or even the flu or the dreaded lurgy that he's picked up from his last steampunk show at the Silk Mill in Derby over the weekend. But he's completely been knocked for six. So he says his limbs feel really heavy and tired, and he's got a stinking headache and all that kind of MacGuffin that you normally get with flu type symptoms. So I'm having to pick up all the bits and pieces that Ian would normally do, like walking the dog in the morning and that kind of stuff in the afternoon. But also because he's taken to his bed, he's not come out of his room just in case it's the lurgy. I'm having to take food up to him and drink and paracetamols, painkillers every 4 hours just to make sure that he's still hydrating and all the rest of it, and getting rest. So yes, it's going to be an interesting few days, I think. So I'm making good progress on transferring all my products from the old website to the new website, notwithstanding all the problems I've had connecting to the old site. I've managed now to transfer all of my stencils, so there's now 60 odd designs on the new website with all the stencils, plus 2 new stencil designs that I will be launching at the same time as launching the new website. So there'll be 2 designs, one you've already seen before called Cellular, which I did an art journal page with a couple of weeks ago, but also a new 5x8 version of the Confusion stencil, which I'd only previously done in a 6x6. So that 6x6 version now has been retired in favour of the new size 5x8. And like I said previously, even though it's a bigger stencil, I'm not putting the price up. They're all staying the same price. And because they're not costing me any more to produce that size, that bigger size stencil, because of the new process. So yeah, so all those are now on the website. I've managed to do I would say 80% of the digi downloads from the old site onto the new site, including some that I'd completely forgotten about, and I've been able to organise them in a little bit of a different way, where I can now do a separate section for signatures and ephemera. I can do a separate section for art journal page sets or art journal collage page sets, if you know what I mean. So specific sets just for art journaling, and there's a specific section or category just for signatures and ephemera for junk journals and that kind of thing. There'll also be a separate section for like Halloween, and there's also a separate section for ATCs. So all the ATC backs are all now in one separate section under the Digi Download section. So you just click on that, then click on the ATCs, and it's got all the different size back collections that I've done. But also if I create anything specific for ATCs, whatever size, it'll go in that section. If I create anything which is Halloween, it'll just go in that Halloween section, and blah, blah, blah. So just like that. So a lot more Easier to follow, easy to find your way around, and a lot tidier. So I'm happy about that. I just need to get a few other physical products on, like the cast resin pieces and some of the junk journal envelopes, you know, the 2x4 envelopes and the 4x4 envelopes. I need to get back on there, and then I'm pretty much ahead of schedule. So and the reason I'm ahead of schedule is because with Ian being poorly and out of the way, I've actually been able to sit down and concentrate, almost like tunnel vision, on getting things done. So big bonus. So Ian's still poorly, still in bed, didn't move much at all yesterday, but there were some signs of life. I did take him some lunch and drinks and medication and that kind of stuff up regularly, and then by sort of tea time yesterday he was sat up, felt a little bit better, so hopefully there's a bit of a change tomorrow. We've got the blinds being installed tomorrow, but also got mum and dad as well to contend with tomorrow, so I've got to go and pick those up. I picked both of them up, and dad's got his haircut appointment because I need to take mum shopping, all the while obviously juggling Mr Bentley, because I can't leave Mr Bentley with Ian. If Ian's fast asleep still in bed, he won't hear Mr Bentley if he needs to go out for a wee or anything, so I've got to take Bentley with me completely tomorrow. So it's going to be a bit of a busy day. So look who's out of bed. This is the first time in 2 days.
Good afternoon.
So how are you feeling?
A lot better, still feel woozy, still a bit achy, a bit sore, a bit heavy-limbed, but a lot better than I did, thank you.
Good, excellent stuff. And you've actually been out, haven't you?
I took the dog out, yeah, so I had a little walk out when you took mum and dad home.
Mm-hmm.
We just walked down the end and round, but I walked up a little hill and I was a little bit out of breath.
So yeah, mum and dad have been here because dad's been for his haircut today, but also ta-da!
New blinds.
Yes. So we have new Venetian blinds which have been fitted today, just to add a little bit more privacy to the room.
They are lovely.
Absolutely beautiful. So very happy with them, very happy indeed. And Mr Bentley's outside in the garden now, so I better go and let him back in.
Oh right, okay, fine.
We'll be stood by the back door waiting to come in. There he is. Da, da, da. Look at him. He's practically glowing. Yeah. I suppose you'll be wanting a treat now, will you? Eh? Will you? Let's see if we can find you one then. There's teddies everywhere, look. Yeah. What? What's in here? Meaty, chewy duck fillet, 100% natural duck breast meat. There you go then. Bye. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.